Thank you so much for staying tuned to 60 Minutes Nigeria. I am Wilson Omasha. Today is all about EDO 2020, but from a different dimension. The quest for a running mate. It is as important as a quest for each political party to bring out a candidate. Some are saying the way we are going right now in an election that will come up in the month of September, if you don't have the right running mate, may just affect your chances of becoming the governor. You being a political party or a candidate, you need the right person to be your running mate to at least garner support from the populace that will project you to Dennis Osadebe Avenue. How do you think they will fare in this regard of getting what is known as a deputy to run alongside the candidate? With me here in the studio, I have a bishop. In fact, two bishops in the studio, but let me start on one at the extreme. Bishop Olumese, a political analyst, political affairs commentator. Welcome to 60 Minutes Nigeria, Bishop.
Thank you.
Appreciate your coming.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And sitting close to him is yet Bishop Austin Igbasa. He calls himself the War Bishop. His members, he's in the Lord. They know him as the War Bishop. A very political analyst, political affairs commentator. Bishop Austin, welcome to 60 Minutes Nigeria.
Thank you for having me.
Right. He is a lecturer, political affairs commentator. Much about figures, statistics, mathematics. He's well grounded. Join me to welcome, yes, I want to call him comrade right now, Dr. Owen. Welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate your comment.
Thank you, Wilson, for having me.
Okay. He is an Islamic scholar, political analyst. We talk about education. He is well grounded. Join me to welcome Al-Haji Ahmed Waike. Welcome to 60 Minutes Nigeria.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Good afternoon, viewers at home.
Believe it or not, the race to get a credible deputy is on. They call it running mate. As I'm making permutations and combinations. What should be the first factor to consider? I want to start with Ahmed Waike before I go down to the bishop, because I know they have so much to say. Take it from there.
Thank you. The question you've asked, the factors to consider while choosing your running mate. Politicians have one goal: to win the race and to be where they want to be. In Edo case, Edo State, for example, now the case of the Edo State 2024, to be in Osadebe Avenue, all you want is a credible candidate that will be able to support you to get your vote. If we have to go back to the case of 2023, when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took his running mate from the north, though a Muslim, picking on that Muslim, the main aim was because he wanted the votes from the region of the north, being the popular Muslims, that he can get to where he was going to. Similarly, in Edo State, where the gubernatorial primaries have come and gone, then we have various various candidates for different political parties now. Some are from the Edo South, while majority of them are from the Edo Central, and the others are also from Edo North. Then in choosing a running mate this time around, you have to now look for the region that you know can gather you a lot of votes in order for you to be able to win the particular race that you are in for. Now, for example, for the People's Democratic Party, now the governorship candidate is from the Edo Central. So it will be advisable for such person to pick his candidate from Edo South. So like that, why the one that have the candidates, the candidate from Edo South, to be advisable, he chooses from the Edo Central or Edo North, where he knows he can have the popular, the majority of the vote in order for him to get there. So the quality to look at for the question he asks is credibility, integrity, and somebody that have a good name that can fly, not the one that the name will be drawing you back as you are pushing forward.
Credibility, good name, the one that can fly. Dr. Owen, do you share his views, or you have a contrary view, talking about senatorial districts right now?
Well, it is only normal to consider senatorial districts. In this case, Edo 2024, when picking a deputy. It is only normal that since we have the candidates for the two leading political parties, the PDP and the APC, the governorship candidate is from Edo Central. It is only normal that the deputy should come from Edo South Senatorial District, owing to the fact that Edo South Senatorial District has more than 50% of the entire voting strength in this state. 50%. And that's a whole large chunk. And it was even on the strength of these that during the primaries, some persons really didn't mind me by the issue of zoning. Many persons were clamoring because election is about numbers. Many persons were clamoring, or many of the parties, some of the parties even fielded candidates. They fielded candidates from Edo South Senatorial District, not even minding if the one that we have currently who is going to hand over in November is from the same district. Those people who are advocating for that, we are looking at the issue of voting strength. And like I said, Edo South Senatorial District has over 50%. About the last check was about 51% of the entire voting strength of the state, while the remaining two senatorial districts, Edo Central and Edo North, shares the remaining less than 50%. So now that they are giving zoning, because we have different school of thought in this whole thing. Those who are in favor of zoning, those who are in favor of voting strength. Now that it appears that those who are in favor of zoning has prevailed in two of the leading political parties, it is only wise, or which I know is what's going to possibly happen, that the running mate will come from the Edo South Senatorial District. On the issue of integrity, on the issue of whatever, to be very honest with you, I really don't think those issues, let's face fact, let's tell ourselves the truth.
We'll come to that. We'll come to that.
No,
Bishop, don't worry, we'll come to that issue of integrity and the rest of them. Well, Bishop, you heard them. They are saying that it would be wise for a candidate to pick a running mate from Edo South. But don't forget that people are saying that it's a three-horse race. Some are saying, no, it's more than that. We have the LP. We have the NNPP, we have the Yempo party, we have the SDP, we have so many other parties. They've churned out candidates already. So, Bishop, what's your view?
When we are talking about, as far as election is concerned in Nigeria and also in the Edo State, I think there are two powerful political parties that have been on ground for a long time. So there are a party today that we don't even make passes the number of their name of their office. So I think we should zero down on the party that are known to the people.
If you say two, you will not be fair, Bishop. No. Other parties, they are there.
What I'm saying is that I'm saying that those ones that have been around for a while.
Okay.
If we're going to talk, we talk about three parties now that will have three-pot stand as far as Edo State is concerned. Because you have a serving senator from a new party that just come on board. So you cannot rule that one. And so the presence of that party is still around, because the people will judge by the antecedent of the work of their people who are in power now.
So what I felt is that Edo South will definitely be the market place for the deputy governor. Now, but as far as I'm concerned, I know that as a deputy governor, you are just a spare tire. You are the mercy of your boss. So in the real sense, I won't advocate for someone to be, because we saw it all around us now.
Well, deputy governors are more or less, and vice president are more or less, they are the mercy of their boss by the virtue of constitution. So,
but because as far as election is concerned, people look at choice position. Because you can be a deputy governor and be docile for 8 years, and by the name of the kind of boss you have, it doesn't matter the agreement you had at the beginning of the journey. What matters is that when people sit in position of power, that is when you will know their character. Everybody, that's why you see that politicians go all around and they go to leprosy camp and take picture with them and go to orphanages, but throughout their 8 years you will never see them visit the orphanage. Because why? They believe that you need to lure people. You need to lure them by doing a cosmetic kind of presentation that will make people to say, let's go this direction. To me, Edo South is the bogus, is the Kuwait, is the Abu Dhabi of the state, wherein the oil and everything is reserved. So for me, I don't see it's just to be a partner. As well, yes, because deputy governorship position is not a position that you can get up and do anything. All right, your boss can decide to make your office to be inside your car, official car. So, and there's nothing you can do as far as it is concerned, because you don't have the constitutional power to say, boss, this is the way it should go. We have had the history in other states and also in this state. All right, but it is compulsory that
Edo South,
South.
must bring the deputy governor.
Okay, Bishop Olume say you have Bishop Austin Igbas and of course Dr. Owen. Don't forget to mention Alhaji Ahmed. They're talking about Edo South, Edo South, Edo South. Don't forget in a hurry what happened in Bayelsa State. It was because of a deputy governorship running mate that made the governor lose that seat. So people shouldn't underestimate the power or the importance of course, it's a joint ticket of the deputy. Now, take it up from that angle, like what they are pointing that Edo South seems to be a maker of some sort of the Dubai, Abu Dhabi of some sort right now in Edo politics. Take it up from there, Bishop Olume.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Wilson. First of all, I want to congratulate all the parties for the success of their gubernatorial congresses. Having said that, the quest for deputy governorship is a constitutional requirement. There is no one person cannot run, so it becomes very important. And number two, if you want to win, you strategize to win. I was here the other day. I said that this is the season of politicians, that those should be ready for the politicking, and it has been very interesting. So looking at the various candidates. Number one, in the quest for deputy governorship now lies on the candidates or the governorship candidates. Some parties had politicians, core politicians, as their candidates, while some had technocrats. Then now, when you are a technocrat, you need to go look for a core politician. When you are a politician, you need to balance it with a technocrat. This part of the world is very enlightened Edo-lite, may not fall to politicians, to be honest. If you are ready to win election, first of all, I want to just, take the mind of people away from the issue of ringing or whatever. This Edo state, it will not fly. If you have the right ticket. What's the right ticket right now? For the PDP, they have featured a technocrat. They need a grassroots politician, somebody that can speak the language of politicians, somebody that can connect various. One thing about politicians, there's a way they do what is called trade by barter. We give you today, you give us tomorrow, and all of that. So, in other words, if he goes for another technocrat, he will wait for it's not a balanced ticket. Okay. So also we look at the Labour Party, the Apata technocrat, a core politician. He needs a core politician. You come to the APC, they have senator. A senator who dismantle a city senator to become to win the election. In the era where LP was almost having the day, so he's a politician, he's on he needs a technocrat to be able to show to Edo State that look, all the gains right now they can consolidate and build on them. So in my opinion, all political parties must go back to the drawing board. Who have we featured? So it depends. Now, first of all, number two, the issue of Edo South is non-negotiable, because this is where the market is. It's just like when China is producing anything, they comes to Africa, Africa is Nigeria, because that's where the market is. So Edo South, to be honest, is where the market is. So right now, in the market, there are also what we call people on ground, politicians. Like, okay, when you talk about the APC, if you watch what happened in the APC, very funny. People like Pastor Sade Izayamu, stepped down. One could have known. When I saw that his withdrawal letter, I said, okay, maybe he's going to Edo Central. Because you cannot do a open ballot system and defeat him because he has been on ground. He seems to have the structure. And only for overnight, we saw that somebody from Edo South was being announced, and we knew that there was this force. So
all right. Okay, that happened, but later it was corrected. Fine. Now, let me come to you. You talked about a combination of both technocrat and the core politician. Do you think that will work? He gave an example of candidates that are technocrats according to his own definition, but he said they need someone to complement that technocratic ability in them. They need a core politician. Do you feel that combo will work in any of these political parties? Over to you.
Thank you. He he was 100% correct if you want the administration to be smooth. Because at the end of the day, if you perchance to win the election and you are a technocrat, and then you are dishing out your MOUs and the rest, and you are executing your project, some faction or some fixers will be happy, while some others will not be happy. Because like I did always opine here regularly that politicians, most of them don't have jobs that they do. They rely strictly on the politics as their way of occupation.
Yes.
So when you bring in a technocrat, he may not actually, sink in line with these people in terms of the demands that they are needing. So at the end of the day, there will always be a fracas within the party system, because you ordinarily would have not been there if these politicians were not there for you, to give you a platform that allowed you to climb to become who you are today. So definitely you need a politician who should back you up, so that at the end of the day, when you are doing the technocratic job, fixing the state, another person is also there doing the technical, doing the political aspect of it, trying to,
buy the people over.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, as one side is singing your praises, the other side who want to be weighing you down will also be singing your praises. I think with that, it will be a balanced system. But when you make it a two technocrat thing or a two politicians thing, it may just result to a situation whereby when the money comes, people just share, you won't see any development, you won't see anything moving. So balancing it up with a technocrat and a politician, I align with him 100%. With that, even the states will run very fast and grow very fast and develop very fast. So there's that everybody will be happy.
It'll be like, well, in those states we have a technocrat, of course, a politician, and this was not really happen between the technocrat and the politician. There seems to be no synergy between the technocrat and the politician right now in Edo, because of this squabble between the deputy and, of course, his boss, the governor. Dr. Owen, take it up from there.
Well, I beg to differ, slightly anyway.
Slightly?
Yes.
All right.
Because Edo State is a very sophisticated state in Nigeria political space. I can make do to say that in Nigeria, when it comes to politicking, when it comes to election, Edo State is always a place to reckon with. For me, if you feed two technocrats, it will fly.
It will fly?
It will fly. If you feed two, what is it called now?
Politicians.
It will also fly. Depending on, it comes again to talking about the credibility of the persons contesting, just like the issue of Tinubu versus our vice president. Shetima. Both of them are core career politicians. Who is the technocrat among the two of them? APC fed two career politicians for presidency. And of course, they had a day. And then the Labour Party, who was making the brand, as in, they gave a lot of heat, fed a technocrat. A technocrat, I'll call Mr. B technocrat.
And a technocrat also?
Yes.
Ahmed Bupa, yes.
And then the other man, the man that has a university in the, in the north.
Ahmed.
So, Peter Obi can pass for a technocrat and a politician.
Yes.
And then, of course, Peter Obi was in the industry, chairman of banks, chairman of that, chairman. Peter Obi was a politician, but more of a technocrat. Then the vice was a technocrat. And then I know, I'm not here to speculate. APC won the election, but the feelers we have on the street is that Nigerians went for the technocrats because they say speculation.
Okay, speculations. Okay,
I choose my words carefully.
All right.
The speculations we have on the street is that Nigerians went for the technocrats, that they were tired of the politicians. So coming back to our own state here, I really don't see the choosing two technocrats or choosing two politicians to fly the flag of the party. It's a joint ticket.
Joint ticket.
And,
all right.
And also too, you can imagine what is happening in our dear state now. The technocrat governor that we have and the career politician, the man who is grinded in Edo politics. The perception is that the current governor came from the industry. Shomole brought him over. He was in the economic team. He worked with him at the background. And then many of the things we saw during Shomole's time, he was part of the brain behind it. And when they were to feed a candidate for his deputy, they fed the career politician. And today, you and I can see that the man who is a technocrat, I'm sure he's even doing the politicking much more than the people who are called politicians.
I'll come back to you. Bishop Austin, you heard, because that analogy is like, so sound right now in Edo State, the technocrats becoming a core politician because of what has been happening. People like, come on, this is like an uppercut, a low blow, and others in politics. He's becoming a grandfather in politics. Now, take it up from there. A technocrat, politician, grand politician, the combo, do you think it's going to fly in Edo State politics?
I think to some extent I agree with my brother, because Edo politics is very scientific.
Scientific?
Very, very scientific. And that is why there is the ticket on each side can fly. Because Edo people has also have the heat that they receive from technocrats. They have also have some slack they receive from technocrats. Edo people have been able to discover that also technocrats, they don't always align with the people. They have a way of doing their things that they felt that the people are not needed. Even if what I'm doing for the people is for the people, I don't need to explain to them. I don't need to carry them along. I should just begin to fly, so that when I begin to do the things, either they understand. You see, in my place, there's a parable that when you remove a dirty thing from the eye of a little child, you don't throw it away, you show the child. So look at what I've just taken from your eye. Tomorrow when you point to that dirty thing, say I took it from your eye, the boy say, no, I've never had such dirty thing in my eye. They say when you remove stain or dirty things from the eye of a child, you show it. As technocrat, we were all here, some of us were here when we brought in Oshomole. Oshomole was not on ground here. Few of us brought him on board, and we went ahead and announced his name even when the election is still about 1.5 years. Now we went out and begin to say, oh, this man have had a name somewhere. He has not had name at all. Let us bring him back home. But some of us also have our own heat after bringing him on board. Now what I'm saying is that we champion that, oh, when you bring a technocrat, he's going to use what he has acquired everywhere to help the people. But you can't help the people by slapping them. You technocrat have a way of coming on board. You see, the mindset about technocrat is that they have come to harvest where they have not labored. Because somebody wants to become a governor, he has not shown kindness to the Edo people. We have not seen him. He's impact in the life of people of Edo, and we just brought them from somewhere where people have been around and they are doing things that Edo people have been elevated and one way or the other. I think it is a very wrong mindset to bring a man. And the question you keep on asking is that this man you are bringing, you call technocrat, what has he done for his people?
All right.
Now we are bringing him on board because he's a technocrat.
Give me an example.
Technocrat and politician. Politicians are people that people see around. When there is fraud, they are with them. When there is accident, they are with them. When there is paper failure, they are with them. Now you bring a man who did not feel the heat of the people, and you say because he has done well somewhere. If the man is doing somewhere else, doing well, there are people that come on board that we are just getting to know that they are doing indigenous. Okay. Now the question is that you cannot bring people to come and say they should come. You cannot bring me and say I'm a VC of Unibe. When I was not a lecturer, I've not been there. So the issue is that politics is about the people. It's not about the bread that one man carry. I'll come back to you. Among the politicians you are talking about, there are brilliant people. If they are not brilliant, you cannot be a politician. All right, Bishop. So, therefore, I am of the opinion that the issue of technocrats and the issue of the people are the brain of politics.
I'll come back to you, Bishop.
What about technocrats?
Thank you. I'll come back to you.
So when I've not affected my own people,
Bishop, calm down.
I should be able to point to. I was with you when there was flood.
Bishop, thank you. Thank you, Bishop.
Those are issues.
I'll come back to you, Bishop. I'll come back to you. Well, Bishop Olumesaya, what Bishop Igbasa said, he said he's taking a tour for water. Dr. Owen talked about, said, look, anyone can fly, but he gave good reasons why they should be done this way. Continue from where he stopped.
Okay, I want to say strictly, politician, the role of deputy remain the right of the governor to select. But what we are doing, we're just advising, counseling, and all of that. But I totally differ from some of the points he raised, trying to, purchase his point. You see, when some of us have, have businesses, we go look for the best hands to come manage the business. The purpose is for productivity. The purpose is for profit. Same with the state. Talking about the state resources. When Adam Oshomole was living there, He saw what was already happening in the nation. Go to many states today, they can't afford to pay salaries and all of that. Because one thing about technocrat economics, there's a way they can project. If you look at what is the dollar situation today, some years back, our governor said it. Nigeria are pretty money. They say it's politics. They attacked him and all of that. Today, where are we? And all of that. So, in other words, that's why I said they must balance it. And I thank all the political parties, the 15 or 16 of them, they all have fielded good candidates. So going by the counsel we're giving them, you're taking your vice. This is the strategy to win. The clamor, the people who say politicians, they are very minority. I can tell you for free. There are lots of us who believe that, look, the best thing Oshomole did for this state was to bring Obaseki. A good number of percentage holds that view. And that view has not. So, in other words, that was what took away Shaibu from Obaseki's leaks. They were both friends, they were good and all of that. See, the issue is that these guys, they do what we call, they take ratio. What's the percentage? What's on ground? And all of that. Look, you go anywhere. The answer with that little thing is you hear that guy talk, you just want to marry him. We're not calling him.
We're not going to campaign.
I'm not campaigning for. I've already alluded to the fact that they all had good candidates.
Good candidates,
yes.
All right.
So to the Young People's Party, they also have very good candidates, sound mind. So what I want to say is that the issue of, okay, you have to have somebody on ground, all of that, let's balance it up. That's what I projected.
Okay. If you just joined us, this is 60 Minutes Nigeria. We'll go for a break. When we return, we'll take a look at the aspect of religion. Should that be a factor also to consider while picking a running mate? Don't go away. Thank you so much for staying. If you just joined us, this is 60 Minutes Nigeria. It's all about EDO 2024, the quest for a running mate. And I have seasoned analysts here with me in the studio. They are throwing their own opinions and, of course, point the reason why a political party should go for someone, the person or the populace, rather, can flow with. Now, the aspect of religion. You know, in those states, we have various religious bodies, religious organizations. Some are saying somehow we should look beyond Christianity. We should look beyond Islam. We should look into other aspects of religious belief to pick up a candidate. After all, these are the ones that do have the fear of God, cum deity, more than this one that we're talking about. So what's your take, Ahmed? What do you feel about this notion?
Thank you. The notion of religious ground. Though I am a religious person, but to me, when it comes to governance, I don't really, give a knock on issue of the religion that you belong to. All we want is for the state to be a better place for everybody to live in. So depending on the religion that you belong to, as long as you can do the job, you should be given the opportunity to do the job. So I do not subscribe to the fact that you must be a Muslim before you can do very well, or you must be a Christian before you can do very well, or you must be an African traditional worshipper before you can do well. So if whichever religion that you belong to, as long as you have all it takes to fix the state, all we want is the state to move very well. Saudi Arabia today, they have good electricity, they have good roads, basic amenities are there. In Japan, they don't practice Islam, they have good basic amenities. And other countries who don't even practice any of these religions at all, they are moving very well. So on that ground, when it comes to Edo, if there's anybody who is not even a Muslim, or is not even a Christian, maybe an African traditional worshipper, and he or she can do the job very well, and will have stable light, will have good roads, and the basic amenities will be having, there will be security. So I bet to support such person.
All right.
Rather than basing my reason for supporting anybody on religious ground. All we want is Edo State should be a better place for everybody to live in, so that we all will be happy living in the state. That's my.
I want to you, Doctor. You share his opinions of views. Someone say, come on, it's time to feel.
Before I respond to what I think about religion, I would like to say something regarding what my Bishop Ibasa said about Uniben. If he is not a lecturer in Uniben, if he can just come down and become a vice chancellor, you know, it will be very bad if I don't clear the air on that.
All right, go ahead.
Anybody can become a vice chancellor of the University of Benin.
What I mean is
Yes, of course.
When the
maybe as a shoemaker.
no, except that because when you talk about being a VC of a tertiary institution, their participant is thrown open. It's on national dailies, and people from other universities, academics from other universities, everywhere in the world, not just Nigeria, they apply. Hold on, they apply, and the selection process is done, and then interview, and then subsequent scoring and subsequent announcement of the vice chancellor. So anybody from anywhere in the world can become vice chancellor.
After politicking?
Not politicking. After applying, okay, you apply. There's a selection process, and then all that, and then you are eventually announced as vice chancellor.
Back to the question.
On the issue of religion.
Yes.
Is there in Nigeria? It's very rare to see people who practice a single religion. We are all multi-religious people. You see people who call themselves Christian. They are also into traditional worship something. So the issue of religion, to me, you know, I was talking a moment ago that for me, I really don't even support the fact of political parties. I am not a fan of political parties. So people call me controversial. But it's okay. I really don't care because, now look at the primaries that we had. All the primaries were trailed with controversies. The one for APC, it was edged 2 times. The first, they announced a candidate. The second, another candidate. The one for PDP, the primary election was going on in Obe Stadium. Another one was going on in one primary secondary school, Imagwero, and the both of them declared separate winners. Is it for the one of the LP? The LPO, before the election, the Abure was the arrest. Oh yeah, last week we talking about Abure's arrest. So it appears what I see with political parties is that they just choose, and then they present their choice to us to make sure it's secondary choice. Why should we, the populists, be left with making secondary choice? Why are we not there to choose from among? Look at the candidates that were fed by PDP. There are several candidates that were fed by PDP. Why are we, the electorate, not the one making the choice from among this array of candidates? Why is it that they will not choose and then present one to us? Why? So to me, I really am a fan of independent candidates. I know there was a time in this country where I witnessed some election where independent candidates vie for election and all that.
But we've gone beyond that.
No, but to me, all these things are just charade. The issue of talking about deputy governor and all that, all these things are things that they are used to mend fences.
To mend fences?
Yes, they are used to mend fences. All right. Because as it stands now, there are many wounds. They are used to heal wounds. They are used for settlements. Oh, step down for me. I will reward you with this. Or oh, there is this, there is that. So
who doesn't come to the settlement?
Hold on. We're just debating here.
Yes.
On the issue of religion. Religion shouldn't be a criteria because the last election, we had 2 Muslims who were feeded by a political party for presidential election. So mine is this religion thing shouldn't just be something part of the discourse at all, because it's difficult for you to see a politician who will call himself a Christian and is a true Christian.
Okay, I'll go back to you.
You are a Christian, you are two-faced. You're two-legged. One leg is here, one leg is here. Say you are a Muslim and you are visiting. So don't religion have to fit.
Don't thank you. Hold on. You are truly controversial, though. Bishop Ibasa, you heard him. Take it up from there.
Now, just like what I said.
Yes.
Just to correct what I said. What I meant when I said I cannot just be made VC of Uniben.
Yes.
It's like if I'm a shoemaker,
okay,
or I'm a part seller, and you lay hand on me and say, come and be Uniben
VC. Okay.
Because you are selling part in Uwelu and you are doing well.
So understandable.
So that was what I meant.
So understandable now. Yes.
So coming to the question of religion. If you remember vividly, when President Tinubu picked Shetima, there was uproar everywhere. And still on this same station, I told them, I said, I don't subscribe to that. All what I subscribe to is that we should give them a weight behind. I said, number one, these people are from the south, and we felt it is our turn to also produce a president, and we should do everything within ourselves. All what we want is that we want to see the track record of these people. I said, both of them have been in power and they've been tested. Me, I don't always believe that somebody that have not been in a position being brought to be a learner. So both of them have been governor for 8 years. They've been able to handle crisis in different states. So I said, let us leave their religion behind and let's look at the capacity. Not that
deliver.
a Christian that has such capacity. I said, but the state the man find himself is not a good state. He has to make that choice. I said that choice is a tight corner choice that he has to make so that he will be able to fly. Because considering your election, you need to look at where the bulk of vote and all the rest of the interests must be represented. To me, I believe very strongly that religion must not be the forefront. In as much the Bible say, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. All what we need is that we need somebody that knows God, that worship God, that serve God, and I think we are good to go. Just like my brother said, a lot of politicians bear the name of God and they don't have God inside of them. A lot of them have church name, but they don't have church inside of them. And in this state, we made somebody a governor. At the end of the day, the first thing he does was to remove all the signboard of churches. That was the man who took around all the churches to campaign for him. The first job was to bring iron to government house. So what we're talking about is that if you really love God, will you attack God? So that's why I'm not of the opinion. I need that, like my brother said, I align with him. That why will somebody bring somebody for us? Because democracy is about the people. The people, it will be the choice of the people. It will be the desire of the people. The people will be able to, what we are talking about is that all of us, now everybody got married. And those who are married, they made choice of their wife. Those who have children today, they make choice for their children to go to school or all that. So all of us, there is no baby as far as everybody is a politician. By right, that is, we make choice over things on daily basis.
Okay.
So we should not be bamboozled for somebody to be given to us. We should be able to also have our say as far as democracy is concerned.
So you say religion doesn't really matter.
Give us an administrator, and we cannot complain that, oh, why did you give us a German in Lagos? No, because that is under decree and edit.
All right. Bishop Olumese, you heard him, still on religious issue. Is it going to be right to say, okay, if it is a Christian, let's give him a Muslim. Although it's a Christian, come on, we should back him up with a traditional believer, so to speak, to at least give us some credibility in governance. Some are saying they should come and struggle with our deities. Nobody will steal our money. Take it up from there.
Okay, in my opinion, I think it is our right to know the religion you belong to, vying for an elected position. Yeah. But having said that, I also think that it is the political party who wants to win right to strategize, just like the APC did. You saw in 2015, Buhari came and went to take Pastor Sibajo. It worked for him and all of that. So, in other words, politicians, political parties, they sit down, they strategize. In this region, look at where religion did not bring Tinubu. The South thing is this, the North has had their own, let the South also has their own. But when he was to take
a running mate,
I listened to what Senator Oji Kalu said. If Tinubu takes anybody Christian, he has lost flat. So the political party sat down, they chewed the bitter corn that, look, this is the reality. If we go this way, the permutation shows that we are finished. So let's go.
Because the North have the population.
So let's go this way. So in other words, first of all, when you go to swear an affidavit, you swear to whether you are a Christian, Muslim, or whatever. You want to fill form. When I was getting a filling form, I just renewed my international passport. My religion was asked, and I feel I was a Christian. So and all of that. So it's our right to know the candidate. If it's a African religious practice, let's know. If it's a Christian, let's know. If it's a Muslim, let's know. It's our right to know the religion you belongs to. Then secondly, in going into the election, it is the political party that will now strategize. What does this man, how many persons, because democracy is a game of number. What's the weight of this man? If we go by this, if you go to Kaduna, they also did this Muslim thing and all of that, because that was what worked for them. But when you come to this part of the world, I just at least stated that it is not out of place. We need to know the religion you belong. Even though the day you are being sworn in, you see that if you are a Christian, they bring Bible for you. If you are a Muslim, they bring Quran for you. if also Africa, although we have not had that so much,
Yeah.
they will also bring what you believe for you, even in
The
court.
deity, yeah.
Yeah, they bring it to. So in other words, it is for as our right as electorate to know who we are voting for. This is the religion he professes. This is what he belongs to. Then it is the political party's right to not strategize. Okay, we are feeding somebody from Edo Central. Okay, this is the region he belongs to. Edo South. What is the population of the religions that are there? If you're talking about Edo North, I'm very sure if you bring Christian from there, you may not fly as much. It's predominantly the percentage of Muslim. So if let's assume that you are bringing somebody that is not too popular to say from Edo South.
So it's all about calculation and permutation.
Yes, the permutation. The political party has mechanism to put to, because the whole idea is for you to win.
All right.
And secondly, we must not take away political party. Every democracy in the world, political party, if you want to be part of those people who elect candidates, go and register. And be a carrying member of a political party.
Okay. Now, in course of your discourse, someone talked about settlement. Someone saying, Wilson, if we talk about the north, the south, and the centre, it may not fly because political parties right now to make grievances, to heal wounds, they might just opt for settlement. Take it from there, Ahmed. Settling the wound that the party is looking for, since I'm the one right now with the ticket to make you happy. Come on, be my running mate.
Thank you. Most times, you hardly see a running mate, you hardly see a fellow contestant becoming a running mate. For a very long time, I don't think I can give an example whereby both of us queue up for the governorship race in our party, and when I win, then you decide to run, be my running mate. I don't really think that has happened for a very long time, and I don't also see it coming to take place in this very current one that we are now. So the issue of running mate issue, we have discussed so many factors. One, your senatorial districts have a role to play. A governorship candidate coming from the Edo Central can also pick a running mate from Edo Central. A candidate coming from Edo Central would not wish to go and pick a running mate from Edo North when he knows that about 50%, 51%, as our lecturer here has rightly said, is from Edo South. And you ignore this region, you go to Edo North and now pick a running mate, automatically you're already shooting yourself in the foot. So now, one thing you need to look at, okay, now I have gotten the ticket. I am from Edo Central. Now I should look towards Edo South to pick my running mate from. So in this Edo South, now where I'm picking my running mate from, then different indices will now be put in place. The religion now also have a role to play in this aspect. Then, okay, like the bishop has rightly said, which religion, if I pick, for example, a Muslim from this very aspect now, how many Muslims do I have within Edo South that I can garner support from? Okay, what if the other of my person picks a Christian from Edo South, and the Christians tends to say, oh, this is our person, let us support this person. So by so doing, I may be losing some chunk of votes from this very angle. That one will be put into consideration. The leaders in the party too also have interest. So in also, for you to also settle some leaders within, they can say, okay, what is your choice? Or do you have any person to also bring? Meanwhile, the governorship candidate himself is the sole person who have that right to appoint. He will also do some consideration, putting all these indices in place. They will know, okay, this is the right candidate that I should pick, and from the region I should pick from. Like Olumide Akpatana, who we heard that is from Edo South, though I just knew, recently that is from Edo State. Now from Edo South, Olumide Akpatana have no business picking a running mate from Edo South. He has to even think of Edo Central or Edo North to go and pick a running mate. Someone like Olumide Akpatana can opt for a Muslim from Edo North, whereby you have bulk of the Muslims from that angle, and choose to pick Edo North, a Muslim, to now say, okay, I have a Christian, a Muslim ticket. All these are just schemism for you to win. Not that actually the Christian Muslim have anything to do with development or have anything to do with transforming the state. It's just for you to win the election. That is what this schemism is just about. That's why I said I do not subscribe to all this religion of a thing. Do you have what it takes to fix this country, this state? Fix this state for us and let us have a better state to live in, whereby I can call my Allah Akbar, the one I can call is Jesus Christ. Everybody live peacefully. That is what matters cast more.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. That's your last time, because take a look at the time. Nice, fast pace. But to you, Dr. Owen, yes. Settlement.
Yes. Now, if you look at the build-up to the primary election, you will observe that there were many candidates, especially in the, not just in the three leading political parties.
Yes.
Now, I want to tell you for free that many of these persons who were vying to become governor of this state knew that they would not win the ticket. Knew ab initio that they would not get the ticket to even contest in the gubernatorial election. Many of them went into the race, they were able to gather the money, buy the nomination forms, and then with the intention that, as the politicking begins for the primary election, they will settle, and then maybe promise you one thing here, maybe you bring one commissioner, or you will do this and you will do that. For me, if I want to make speculations here, I can tell you that in the history, as we progress into the election for September, for November and in November, we may see a female deputy governor in one of these three. PDP may field a female deputy governor who may be a serving House of Rep member, who may be. I don't know. What I'm saying is that a lot of you see on that day of we were here last Wednesday for this same program, and then we were watching the thing live here when they were stepping down for each other on the screen here. This one will come to the podium, I step down for so and so person, and then we will move. And you think all those things are just done as window dressing? All right. Not because all these things, politics is by interest. People come, they buy form, including the LP. The LP had, if not more candidates. So initially, you see billboard everywhere. There were Pastor Azena. There was one person. Many persons were interested in that ticket, and all of a sudden, all these people just held their peace. And then you think it's for naught. Okay. And you'll be surprised. Let me just say this. You'll be surprised. So about settlement. Before the election will even come on board there, all the commissioners have been distributed already among themselves. You will be surprised. See, thank you. I do small politics in a small area. Thank you. As we go around to campaign in small school politics, you see people negotiating with you. If you win as this, what will you give to me? Thank you, Dr. Owen. That's the last time. We say, Bishop, play. Bishop, over to you now. Your last night, please. You are pressed for time.
Definitely, you cannot remove settlement from politics.
Yes.
And that is for participation, and people come on board because it's a congregation of people with different interests coming to a vehicle to move. The political party is just a vehicle for Nigerians to move to their destination. That's why you see some people, if they feel that the door is not opening for them well, they jump down to other party. You are going to see it very soon. Now, Peter also asked Jesus, said, we have left everything to follow you. What is our gain?
What is our gain?
Jesus now promised and said, here, you will have something. The other side, you will
have something.
So, the issue of settlement, you can't remove it from politics. At all. Because everybody coming to take nomination form. That's one of the trick of Mr. President for the former president. When he thought he's wiser than President Tinubu, that one also said people go and get nomination form. And you see on the eve of the election,
so they're stepping down.
Today, one of those who stepped down is the Senate President today. They all contested on that platform and they handed over. So the man who was not a thoroughbred politician was shocked as a military technocrat, where he was seated, he thought all the Southerners have collected form, not knowing that there is a brain behind to deal with a man who thinks he's very smart. As far as politics is concerned, the issue of interest of individual will be protected till Jesus comes. What is important is that the issue of the interest of the people must also be put at heart. That everybody I'm nominating for my interest should also carry the interest of the masses.
Thank you so much, Bishop Austin Igbasara. Bishop, let me say your last line, please.
Okay, you know, when you come to this part of the world, yes, we have career politicians. People who don't do any other thing. So sharing become inevitable. So your negotiating power gives you their structure. That's why you see Nigeria, any politician can die because of structure. The reason why godson and godfather governor are fighting is structure. Why? Because that structure is your sharing power. To negotiate whatsoever that is there. You could see that the sharing formula had cost Atiku the presidential ticket, the G5, and all of that. And the APC, the Asiwaju, the Milokon, played the politics. And today, the Wike PDP is a minister of FCT. What are you not saying?
Settlement.
Settlement. Sharing formula. So, in other words, that is one of the thing that will, now play out in Edo State. Let me just tell you, at the end of the day, the man that will win is the man who was able to go to that night meeting.
The night meeting.
Yes, so
that's what the night meeting.
It's a night meeting. That meeting cannot. That thing cannot be discussed at the day.
You can't remove it.
It has to be night meeting.
Proven meeting.
To meet Mr. A, say, and number two, what I want to say as well, the problem now is keeping to these promises.
Yes.
The Fubara of Rivers State must have made promises to the Wike of this world.
Yeah.
Even we just heard that Kogi State that is not up to a month.
Yes.
They already have issue. I say, you asked?
Yes. Even with the Office of Reformer
Governor.
So the issue now is the issue of trust will also come in.
Come in.
The issue of trust will also come in. This thing you are telling me, will you keep to it? Will you keep to them?
We'll go to Okijashuram now.
Okijashuram.
So
Thank you.
And settlement, sharing, and all that.
Thank
because
you.
part of our politics already. We have just politicians. That's what they do. They are politicians. So what's your job? What do you do for a living? Be politician.
Thank you. Our time is up. Seriously, we're pressed for time, but you've heard them. The quest for running mate. You have to bring out your best gun. You have to bring out your biggest gun. And the position of the deputy right now should not be underestimated. Who do you think would be a viable deputy for each political party to grab that trophy? Dennis Osadebe Avenue. That definitely is the focal point of our politicians in Edo State right now. Gentlemen, thank you so much. I believe I appreciate your wonderful analysis.
So
top notch. Thanks everyone. Well, we'll do this again next week, God willing. Bye for now.